Vonni V, and welcome back to Vonni V's Boss Talk. If you haven't already, please make sure you follow us on all platforms. Also, you can follow us on YouTube at Vonni V TV and on Instagram at Vonni V's Boss Talk. On today's episode, we have a very, very special guest, one of my favorite athletes, a beast on the court, a South Carolina native, and just a great person all around who gives back to his community, a great mentor, great leader, standing 7 foot. Please help me welcome Mr. William J. Brown.
Glad to be here. Especially something like you said, South Carolina growing, and doing something in the community. So I'm definitely glad to be here. Appreciate you for inviting me.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of this. Your success has just been amazing. You know what I'm saying? Tell us a little bit about yourself and what it is that you do.
My name Will Brown. Instagram WJB_45. Everything's kind of self-explanatory, but I play basketball overseas. I'm also a substitute teacher whenever I'm home. So just grinding every day, really. Whether it's in the classroom, on the court, in the weight room, no matter what it is, in life in general. Yeah.
Okay. You say you play basketball overseas.
Yeah.
That's a big thing. You know what I'm saying? Playing at a professional level. Let's get into basketball though. Like, how long have you been playing sports? And was basketball like always, the main sport that you like to play, or did you play other sports as well?
Yeah, definitely. Basketball has been something that I picked up probably as early as I can remember. Maybe like 3, 4 years old. I used to go outside and play with my brothers, cousins, family, play out in the dirt. I played football like 6th grade, but I only played like one game because I was trying to do basketball and football at the time. But basketball has really always been my main sport for sure.
Gotcha. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you say you've been playing basketball since you picked up the sport about like 3, 4.
Yeah.
So this is something, basketball has just been always a part of your life?
Right. So how I tell people, like, basketball was my escape. It was my escape from everything. So I never picked up the basketball saying that I'm going to play professionally or I'm going to do this with it. It was more so like I really enjoy playing this sport. So that just stuck with me. And I think that's what keeps me being able to go, is that I still find joy in playing it. Aside from everything, professionally, college, anything like that, it's just like I really enjoy it. Like I don't care who I play with, I go out there and play.
Okay, so a lot of pickup games, a lot of just playing, just to better the craft, perfect the craft. You know what I'm saying?
Right, exactly.
Okay. In 2015, you graduated from Creek Bridge High School, and you played your junior year and senior year. You were averaging about 9 points a game. Okay. How was that, like your high school career playing basketball?
So funny thing is, I didn't. From 6th grade to 10th grade, I went to a Christian school. I had some family issues that my family got into, and something like with my brother, and my family didn't want it to reflect on me, so they decided to put me into Christian school, Mother's Brand Christian School. So from 6th to 10th grade, I was there. So 6th and 7th grade, I played basketball at there, and then I would leave basketball practice and go to football practice. And when I said I played 6th grade football, I go to football practice. But then I got in trouble. My mom was like, I'm not going to do both. You know what I'm saying? You got to choose one. So all my friends know, like 6th grade, I had to go out there and give a speech like, yeah, I'm sorry I messed up. Like, I ain't going to be able to play with y'all no more. So, but, once it got to about 11th grade, my family was like, you got to figure out what we're going to do as far as college. So went back to public school. Mind you, the private school didn't have sports from my 8th to 10th grade year. There was no sports, so I was out of organized basketball for a while, just playing rec a little bit. So just going back, it was just kind of like junior year was like kind of getting my feet back with, trying to figure out, because I'm not used to it. Just different in game than pickups and stuff like that. So but senior year it kind of came back up, and then it got more comfortable being able to play in environments with people, you know what I'm saying, seeing different things. And I guess you could say, more comfortable to my height.
Gotcha.
With me being taller than everyone, it was like, but 6th and 7th grade, I was a guard. You know, 6th grade, I'm playing small forward on JV and then shooting guard on varsity. So it was like now I'm 6'6". I'm not gonna be playing that same position, so I had to kind of like relearn my my natural skills and stuff. So high school was very fun to be back with my family and everything. So I really enjoyed it. And Coach Pearson helped me out a lot. He helped me a lot with skill and also just becoming a young man at the time.
That was just amazing to watch. Just see you and Takeem and Jalen, all of y'all playing together. Like, you know what I'm saying? That was real cool to see y'all all play together and just have that energy, that chemistry, as a team. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you know what this.
We played rec since like kids, like me, Takeem, Jalen, Dejan, people. Kindergarten. Dejan was like my first friend I ever made outside of my family. We met, asked each other, did we know how to do the worm? And that's how we became friends. And then you playing rec games, and then now it's like back in high school. It's just it brings out the inner child. So that definitely was fun. And then couple of my families on the other side, family members came to Free Bridge, I think the year before. So being able to just play with people I knew, that just felt good.
That's good. How was your coming out of high school? How was your recruiting process? Like how was that?
So I really, honestly, I didn't know much about college. I didn't. It was something that I always said I was going to do, but I really didn't know the ins and outs. So Coach Pearson, he used to fill me in on like some coaches that would want to come, and Free Bridge is small, so you're not gonna get very much exposure, but. There was a few coaches, Brevard College. I think it was Vonni Junior College. I think I went up to Winston-Salem State, I think in high school for like a workout. So it was like I had a few different ideas, and then also me not being mentally and school-wise prepared for college. I didn't know how that stuff went because I remember I remember Coach Pearson asking me, did I want to go to a JUCO? And I'm like, going to no JUCO?
Yeah.
I'm going to go to a 4-year. I'm going to go to a 4-year. Didn't even know which one was which, but I was like, I'm going to go to a 4-year. And years later, I ended up going to a JUCO. So it's like, well, when you learn those things, it's like, okay, if I would have knew this when I was younger, it would have been different. But the recruitment process was pretty cool. I ended up going to Brevard College out in Brevard, North Carolina, out of high school. So it was different.
This was in the same year, 2015.
2015, yeah, 2015. I went and went out to Brevard in August. Yeah, they came down. I think they watched a workout. Mm-hmm. They watched the workout. Coach Lee Burgess, he came out and they offered me. So
and how was that?
Good.
It was getting that offer and like, okay, I'm going to college. Even though you know what I'm saying, I'm still getting adjusted to some things. I'm getting ready to go to college and I'm going to be playing ball. So how was that feeling?
It was surreal because like I said, it wasn't something that I never planned really anything in my life. So being able to say I did it, aside from like family, I think the majority of my family, a lot of the females go to college. Mm-hmm. Not the guys. The guys want to go straight to the workforce. So being able to do that was like, okay, I might can really play basketball for real. So it definitely was cool. I definitely was happy in that moment. My family was happy and everything. So
that's good. That's really, really good. So in 2015 you were at, how you pronounce it, Brevard? Brevard College. And how long were you there until you went to the next school?
So actually, I was there for one semester. I went there for one semester. I got there in August, not mentally, physically prepared for college. So it was a whole new ball game. It was 6 a.m., 5:30 a.m. wake ups, conditioning. 8 o'clock classes, 11:30, 12 o'clock midday workout. Mm-hmm. 1 o'clock class, 2 o'clock class. Then you got your 4 or 5 o'clock practice. So it's like coming from Pre-Bridges, one practice after at like 6 or 7 at night, and then that's it. So I had to try to get adjusted to that physically from just, this is what does a college athlete have to do. And then education-wise, it was the same thing. Like, okay, now, like, you are making your own decision. Right. No bus is about to pick you up. No one, you got to get up. You got to go to class. And after those workouts, it's like, I don't know if I'm going to go to class today.
I'm tired.
I'm tired. I don't know if I want to go to class today. So that definitely caught up with me. And just thinking, like, okay, well, this would be all right. I can try to do this and that, but it wasn't. You had
to become more responsible.
Yeah, you had to learn how to do time management. I really got to do a paper.
Oh yeah, them papers ain't no joke, man.
Didn't have to do no paper. I got to learn how to do a paper, 2-page paper at that. And it was a lot. And at that time, me being like just turning 18, it was like
fresh out of high school.
Yeah, really. Did I care? I just want to play basketball. I just want to play basketball. So thinking that's what it was, and it definitely caught up with me real fast. So I was out of there. I got on academic suspension by the end of the first semester, and so it was. I remember calling my mom the first day of conditioning because we had to go run, and you had to. I think we had to do a 17 in like a minute, and if you didn't make it, you couldn't go to practice. So every time we would have like a team, you ran the 17.
Wow.
And so like you couldn't move on until you made it. And I remember I threw up. We did some 22s or something that day. And I remember I went and threw up, and Coach KJ came up and said, "You all right?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "All right, come on. You got more to do." So I went right back in there and ran. I remember I called my mom the first day. I called my mom. I said, "Mom, I don't know if I can do it. I'm laying. They got a creek on their campus, and I was sitting on the step out there, and I said, Mom, I don't know if I can do it. Mind you, I got class in like an hour. I got class in like an hour. So, but it was one of those things. It was like you had to kind of like go through it to understand it,
right?
Because I didn't, I didn't have certain people in my corner to.
As far as support, yeah.
Yeah, even Coach Pearson, he was a great motivational, person for me, but. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think he didn't play college sports. He played in high school, so he could give me like college wise, but with the stuff that comes with it. So, but
and Coach Pearson, that's your high school coach.
He was a high school coach. He was a high school coach, junior and senior. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. That's what's up. I mean, I definitely understand and agree with you, especially with going to college and whatnot. I did a little bit of college, and man, I was fresh out of high school. I graduated that June. That August, I went to college, a little technical school or whatever the case may be, but I just wasn't focused. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, you're at that time you're held more accountable. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't just be lazy. You know what I'm saying? You got to get up and go to class, and if you miss a certain amount of classes, you know what I'm saying? Hey, okay, that's withdrawal fit. Oh, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like you got to be on your A game when you go to college.
Start learning. Like high school is more nurturing. You know, the teacher there is like your second, third mom or whatever the case may be. But college is like, okay, like this is my job. Yeah, like this is my job. This is a business at the end of the day. So it's like, look, if you don't come to class, you're just hurting yourself.
Right.
That's really it.
Absolutely right. What would you say has been the biggest difference from playing from I guess you could say from like the high school level to college, and then from college to professional level?
High school to college, the biggest thing is everyone there is there for the reason that you're there. High schools, you got your athletes, you got your football players,
right?
Well, you got your basketball players, you got your football players. Then you got maybe one or two that's like questionable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you're like, oh, I don't know if he really should have made a team, but he made it. You know what I'm saying? So it's different because when you get to college, it's like the roster probably 12 people. Every person has been there if they came for a scholarship. You know what I'm saying? So these are all hoopers. So you might be the best player in your region or the conference that you was in high school, but now you got this dude from like New York, or you got some dude from Cali, or Texas that feeling the same way how you feeling.
Right.
And now you got to get it out the mud again. Like, you got to redo it.
Right. Kind of like prove yourself.
Yeah, you got to prove yourself. Now you got to show this coach, like, okay, look, I did what I had to do there.
Right.
Now I can show you what I can do here, because AAU is basically kind of like the same way. You go over the summer and stuff, and you play any different people. But then it's like, now it's y'all both together. Now I want to see how y'all rock with each other mentally, all that. So that's the biggest thing. And then I think probably to professional was just professional is more mental. Mental. Because the biggest difference I find is, like, in the States, we're real good one-on-one. Like, you know, if you can't stay in front of your man, like, you're going to get killed. Over there, it's more like team. So they going to kill you backdoor cuts or you know what I'm saying, handoff, fake, you know, stuff like that, because we so used to ball watching and this one-on-one thing that you done forgot your man and cut back door.
Exactly.
And then at that point, now you mad. Now your man's mad because you ain't, you know what I'm saying? So now
y'all ain't see it, y'all ain't peep it early enough. Yeah.
It's really a mental thing. And then that's probably the biggest thing. That's why, like, if you look at it now, like, the top players in the league are not from here.
Right.
And they all do what they need to do to make their team better. And that's how their team succeed.
Right. Talking back a little bit more about college. Once you got to Spartanburg Methodist, is it? Yeah. How was that?
So the funny thing, the backstory of that, like, the gap, there was a gap. I didn't go to Spartanburg Methodist in 2017. So the gap between that, when I left Brevard, my aunt always asked me, like, okay, now you got on academic suspension, you lost your scholarship, you know? So, like, what are you going to do? I'm 18.
I don't know.
I don't know how college works. I don't know. I'll just do something. But luckily, like, the coach knew another coach in Sneed, which is in Alabama, Sneed State. Okay. Coach Wilborn and Coach Burgess were coaches together at Sanford, I think. That's in Alabama, something like that. Sanford.
Okay.
So they kind of worked out of let him transfer here, become a red shirt, get his grades up, play the next year. Sneed State is a JUCO. Gotcha. So I'm like, yeah, okay, you know, I don't know what's going on. All right, cool. I want to bring me to him. So I went down to Alabama, was there, Sneed State, from that spring semester, January to like May of 2016. Still don't know how red shirts or anything work. So I'm trying to figure out, I'm thinking I'm just there for grades, you know, so I'm missing practices because I'm telling coach, like, hey, man, I got an English paper I got to work on. I got, you know, knowing that's not how this stuff works. Like, you know, you as a red shirt, you're still required to go to everything. I don't know. I'm thinking I'm just there for grades. So did that, and then tried to get my grades up. It got up, and then I was like, I'm about to leave because I got to come back home over the summer. So I went to Tech or Georgetown, just still trying to get my grades up, and did a full year. Did a full year there, and then that's kind of like, I feel like that's a peak in my life. That's a real pivotal point because at this time I'm like 6'10". 6'10". Believe it or not, I really wasn't a social person in high school. Real quiet, kind of stay to yourself. I was real nervous, real shy, still the same way, but I started working in retail. So I started working like H&M and PacSun. Okay. And all these different, I had like 5 jobs at one point, but you know, I had to disperse them all. The one that was pivotal was H&M and PacSun. And having to see people every day and having to talk to people every day helped me get my social, because I used to just talk to people I knew. I didn't know you. You know, I'm tightening up. So it's like I had to get comfortable with being 6'10" and being able to talk to people. So I did that, and I was at Tech for a full year from summer to summer. And at this time, my middle brother, he was locked up. And so he knew a coach. He knew a coach that he knew. And that coach knew the coach at Spartanburg Methodist. Okay. So I told my brother, I was like, you know, it's crazy. Probably changed my life and didn't even know it. Like, he just knew in prison. He told the coach, like, I got a brother, 6'10", he play basketball. Yeah. They're like, you really 6'10"? Like, yeah, he's 6'10". So they called me like, is you really 6'10", or are you like 6'5", 6'16"? I'm like, nah, I'm 6'10". So they're like, what are you doing? Like, I said, I'm work at PacSun,
Yeah.
work at H&M, go to Georgetown.
Yeah.
For basketball, my best friend Tyson, he was going to Coastal. We used to sneak in Willie B. We used to sneak in, but you can't play in there unless you got a wristband.
Right.
So like, you sneak in there, give me a wristband, and I'll play there like every day. Every day. I used to be calling out of work, going to play basketball. So, did that, and then so when he asked me, like, you really 16? I said, yeah, and he was like, well, why don't? How about you come up, do a workout, and we can work out from there. At the time, I'm staying with my grandmother. I'm like, Grandma, we gotta go to Spartanburg this day. Yeah. He want to do a workout. Da da da. Went up there, killed it. And they offered me a scholarship there, so I spent basically a year and a half of just pickup. Right. No official and just working, trying to figure it out. Just working, just real living life, Yep. And everyone asked me, like, you play basketball? I was like, yeah, play basketball. Just ain't thinking about it, Yeah, play basketball, da da da. So, and then I went there. I went to Spartanburg, and Spartanburg was the killer because he told me, like, you're gonna be in the best shape of your life. Right. And like I said, when they say that, they mean it. Yeah. A year and a half off is crucial, and I was in better shape than I thought I was, but also, like, we having 530 weights, 530 conditioning. Plus, he like, yeah, you really been out of it. So after that, 45 minutes on the treadmill. Yeah, adding more to it. To really get you, really get you locked in and where you need to be. 45 minutes on that treadmill. Then he's like, I'm gonna walk with you to the cab. We're gonna eat eggs and chocolate milk. So that was Coach Crimmins. Coach Crimmins was really on me. He was the coach at Spartanburg. He was really on me, and he pushed me. And he pushed me. That's when I learned really mental toughness because there was drills. Like, I literally couldn't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? And it was all just to see how I was going to react. Right. So that's what a lot of college coaches do. They like to see how you react. I remember we had a jamboree, first jamboree. It was in like October. I think I went. Then it was like a couple weeks later, there's another jamboree somewhere else. He was like, yeah, you're not going. I'm like, all right, cool, bet. Okay, see y'all when y'all get back type, so. But it might have been flipped. It might have been first I didn't go just to see how I react. Because we had a lot of people that tried it out, and then a lot of people didn't make it. Right. Mental. They fold. Yeah. So are they gonna give up? Are they gonna quit? Yeah. Are they gonna push so he wanted to see how my reaction was. Boom, the same way. Then the second one came out there, did a little something, and then we got back. Official practice coming, like, you on the sideline. I'm trying to get stiff. I'm stretching. You're like, what you stretching for? What you stretching for? I'm like, can't stretch. If I make a noise, what you making noises for? Da, da, da. So I remember we was running, man, and I had a teammate. What was it? We call him GK. He was from Charleston, so big Geechee. Oh yeah, real. What you doing, man? What you doing? Look out, Chad, man. So we used to be running, boom, 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 hit the 22. He'd be like, we back up, Will ain't touch the line. And in my head, I'm like, I knew I touched the line. I ain't looking, but I know I touched the line. We going. So we running again, boom. I may not make the time this time. Gotta run it again. I remember we ran like 5 of them. Man. Tie my shoe or something like that. And it was just the worst thing to hear in basketball is baseline. Yeah, like just running. It got to the point where we would do the 3-man weave. You gotta make 35 layups in 2 minutes. I was 35. The only one, I literally was the only one doing layups. He would tell everybody else just throw it. I'm the one making 35 layups. So everyone's just like, run, Will, push through it, So it's like stuff like that to see if I'm gone. And then having that support from your team too. That's and then you always gonna have your ups and downs. But it was great. Spartanburg prepped me for a lot, mentally, physically, and team wise too. The team was great. We all kind of bonded real good, laughed and everything. So it was Spartanburg was pretty solid. Once the season got to it, it was a little shaky because we had a lot of talent, and I think we just didn't have a lot of enough time for everyone. It was especially boom, boom, boom. You mess up is you out of there, basically. And I can't fault it because we was really good, but I was able to make the best out of it, for real. Yeah, that was the first time first time I went on like a 3-game stretch without touching the court. Wow. Took a twist in. You thought it was gonna be good. Yeah. I remember going like a 3-game stretch and not touching the court, and like my family was like, not used to this.
Right.
I'm like, I don't
So
know.
personally,
let me ask Coach.
how were you in that moment?
In that time, we was winning.
Yeah.
So I really wasn't mad,
Yeah,
but
it was.
But then when that was the first time like my family came,
okay,
and I didn't play.
Yeah.
So it felt a little different. My
Right.
grandmother, she got to see like maybe a couple games in high school, like ANU,
Mm-hmm.
but like for her to come, and I'm like, so then they're like, what's wrong? Like, ask the coach. So I'm asking the coach, and he's like, well, the teams are small. Like, they're doing 5 guards. I don't want to just running out there around you, stuff like that. Coach gonna come up with different teams and stuff like that. But
Right.
I was like, okay, I had to understand it because with me being so tall, a lot of teams that we played were smaller, and it was right at the era. This is the peak when they started doing 5 guards. So I was like, okay. So I felt like I could do more in my JUCO career, but I really wasn't too mad about it because
everything happened for a reason.
Yeah,
And, you gotta trust the process.
I was able to showcase what I could do. I could showcase what I do, and I was able to get some looks, some good interest out of it. So it was cool.
Like you said, it was teaching you that mental toughness. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody is open to the constructive criticism or willing to understand the mental aspect of the game. Is like, oh, well, I'm not playing.
Yeah. You can either talk junk about it, nut up about it, or put in your head like, all right, when I do get the chance, I'm gonna take advantage of it.
Exactly. I'm showing out. I'm going
pretty much in a respectful manner. Because some people can go out there and just be going back crazy, and it's not good. So, but I think that was the main thing that helped me a lot. Look at stuff a little different.
And then you finished out your college career at Fayetteville State.
Yes. So Spartanburg. Once I finished there, I verbally committed to South Carolina State. South Carolina State. Yeah. I took 2 visits at Spartanburg. I went to Alcorn out there in Mississippi, and I took the other one at South Carolina State. And then graduation, found out one of my credits didn't transfer. So Alcorn was saying that we still bring you, just come in the summer, and by the time the season come around, you'll be fine. But then I thought, I was like, I'm going out to Alcorn, I can get the same thing at South Carolina, hour and a half compared to 9 to 12 hours away. So I did the verbal, but then they was I don't think they was gonna bring me out that summer. So then they said it dropped my GPA down. So then Fayetteville State was, they hit me up earlier in that year. So I told them like what happened, and I took an unofficial visit out there. So just drove up Fayetteville like an hour and a half from the crib, went up there, and they just showed me the campus. And I was like, yeah. I saw the gym.
This it. This the one.
I saw the gym. I saw that cab. It was like, you gotta get a Chick-fil-A. So let me go ahead and sign right there. So it was. I went to Fayetteville State for my junior and senior year, and I loved it. I feel like I made the right decision no matter what. So
yeah. And it's all a part of the journey. It's all a part of the process.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Crazy thing, I was born in Fayetteville.
Oh wow. Okay.
I was born in Fayettille, so that was like, hey man, let me try to do a little bit of history, a little history on myself.
Full circle moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
that's what's up.
I definitely enjoyed my time at Fayetteville, and it was good to me. Got it tatted on me, so.
Okay. That's what's up. When it comes to like how you prepare for a game or anything like that, is there a specific routine or anything that you do, or specific playlist or anything you listen to, or?
Nah, it really just depends on the day. If it's a Sunday, I throw my gospel on. So I throw my gospel on Sunday mornings. But if it's during any other day, just depends on the mood. I don't really go too much R&B. Maybe like some rap. If I feel like I want to be kind of hype, I listen to a lot of TikTok songs or something like that. Something I hear on that. Maybe want to dance a little bit, get the bones loose. But other than that, no. But I do try to get that pregame nap. We normally have like a morning shoot around or something like that. So at least try to get maybe a 2-hour nap. I try to get at least 2 hours if I can. If you got a late game. So, but it's always music. Some type of music be playing, but not a certain one probably.
How many times do you work out a week?
It all depends. If it's in season, may not be as much because the games take a lot of the energy.
Right.
But like out off season, like now, maybe three to five depends on what I'm doing.
Okay.
Because uh, if I'm subbing, like if I got a sub, how my schedule is now, I'll sub at a school, lift. They kind of the times correlate where they bash together. So I may lift one day, next day I might do some skill work on the court, or if, for instance, something cancel or something go ahead, I'll try to go play some ball. So it's like daily, maybe once to two, depends on the time schedule, everything. But during the week, it'd be close to 5 days a week. It'd be close to 5 days a week. Okay.
2020 was a little rocky for everybody, you know, just due to COVID and whatnot. But also in 2020, you started your rookie season overseas.
Yeah.
So take us back to 2020. Let's.
2020 was really crazy for real because, like you said, it was real shaky. Coming off, I had a great tournament run. You know, we got to the championship. We lost it, but for stats wise, personally, it was real big for me, and I think that kind of put my name out there. So a couple agencies reached out to me, and I signed with the agent, and I think by like June or July, I signed my first deal. Feeling great about myself. Signed to a team in France, um, and I think by August 10th or something, I was out. So I was like, dang. And it was bad. It was bad because couldn't really get no basketball. Couldn't get no basketball in. The gyms was closing at like 7. I had to work. I had no money.
Yeah.
So Gresham ain't got nothing. Everything is 40 minutes away. You know, so it's like, okay, how am I gonna get here? Da da da. So I went there so out of shape. So it was so bad. Like I don't think I could really jump.
No.
Like my knees wouldn't let me. Wow. And that's when I was never the guy to just go out and run. I use basketball as my running, so I was like, let's just play basketball. It's enough running in it, you know what I'm saying? We play basketball all day. We play basketball all day. So that's when I kind of had to learn, like, I need to get on my stuff on my own, you know, because they not looking for no excuses. But I went to France and I was out there for like 3 weeks, I think. And just when my body was getting back right, coach called me in the office. I was like, oh man. So he was like, yeah, he had the highlights. Yeah, he had the highlights up in there. He's like, yeah, you're just not the same person that that I'm seeing, and I was like, just shook, you know what I'm saying, getting teared up, like, man, he about to let me go. So he was like, yeah, we gonna give you like a week to find another job, and then we gonna let you go. Da da da. We pay you for your time, and that's it. So I called my mom, like, yeah, they let me go. Called my agent. It wasn't my agent at the time, but he was my trainer, mentor, Coach Clay. He's been my mentor since like 2016. Was how I started out there. So he told him what happened, da da da, and then I told myself like I don't never want to get cut again because of conditioning, you know. But I was able to find another deal in Romania, and their season started a little bit later, so I had like another month. I had basically a month. Yeah, I had like a month to prep again. And yeah, because it was like September. Like September, they season didn't start till like October. So I left straight from Florence, went to Romania, Constanza, and we did another preseason. So right when my body was getting right, it was more preference. So by the time the season came around, it was good. And rookie year wasn't really expecting a lot, you know. So I would get in, and at that time we were doing like bubble basically. We would do back-to-back games on the weekends, and so I knew if I played a lot first game, I would play much second game. If I knew I didn't play the first game, I'd play more. So I was able to do pretty good, and I enjoyed it. You know, learning, seeing the different culture, seeing the different style of basketball. You know, I remember the first scrimmage we had. And I got my first dunk. I
Ooh.
was like, yeah. And then after the game, I told the other American, his name was Tony Bishop from
Okay.
Dallas. I remember when I said, OG, what's any type of information? He's like, keep working hard, keep doing
Hmm.
your thing. You got you
Right.
got potential, you know.
Right.
So
Right.
felt good from that. So that was pretty much it, you know. That rookie year, just being out there, being able to travel, seeing that long bus rides, just I was just trying to like soak everything in, really. You know, I'm really across the world.
I feel you. Yeah,
hmm
that to me would have been my biggest thing. Like, oh my God, I'm really overseas.
Yeah,
Like, I'm
especially,
doing what I love
especially,
overseas. You know what I'm
it's
saying?
COVID, so it's like
Yeah.
I really couldn't enjoy. Like, you know, a lot of people want to say, you know, go do this, go that.
Hmm.
I was able to do it some, you know, but I feel like that particular place I would have been able to enjoy it more because it was a beach
Hmm.
city. So it really reminded me of Myrtle Beach,
Gotcha.
just during COVID, so I couldn't really be outside like that.
Right.
But
Limited to what you could do.
and then I was scared. We were taking COVID tests like
Every day,
two
probably.
weeks. If it's 2 weeks before a game, 2 weeks before a game, then a week, and
Hmm.
then like a couple days. So,
While you were out there, you didn't get sick though.
well, um, they said I did, but I don't think I did. I don't think I did because
Yeah.
personally, I we took a test, and then it was like mine was a fault,
Hmm.
so I had to go back
And take it
and
again.
take it again. But then it was like 3 or 4 guys who didn't have it, but everyone else had it.
Hmm.
But I think why I don't think I didn't have it is because I didn't go back with everyone. I stopped. Well, when everybody got back to do something, I went somewhere else. I went to the capital. So I was like,
Gotcha.
I wasn't even around the people, you know.
Right.
So
So how I'm sick.
yeah. So then I was
Yeah, I
like, I
feel
think
you.
it just kind of fall in. So,
I feel you.
but that was the only time. So we got quarantined for 2 weeks.
What do you think what do you think has been the biggest challenge of your career so far?
The biggest challenge of my career.
Hmm.
I never really think about that. Oh, I know. Being more outspoken. I'm not real assertive. Like on the court is different,
Hmm.
but like say like we a team,
Hmm.
I probably won't speak much on that. You know, that's something that I kind of got more comfortable last year. Last year was probably the most outspoken I've been, but other times it'd be like if I lash out, I'm really lashing out at myself. You
Hmm.
know, but now I'm more taking the role of like, oh, look, I'm a little. They're looking at me to be a leader, so
Right.
I gotta kind of like put everything
In
in
perspective,
motion. So
yeah.
that was probably my biggest challenge was just doing that and being a little bit more selfish. You know,
Yes.
that's something that you can't be too much, but just be a little bit more selfish for myself.
Why do
You
you
know,
think being selfish is important to anybody who's trying to do anything or have a career? Why do you think that is?
because in team sports is you want what's best for the team, but then you also got to have your own personal things
Hmm.
that you want to achieve, and where it clashes mentally. That's why the sport basketball is so mental, is because it's like, how do I not be selfish if I want to achieve my
Right.
own goal? So if I
Right.
want to have 15 points, that don't mean I got to shoot 30 shots. You
Right.
know, I may get 2 layups here,
Hmm.
may get 4 free throws. You know what I'm saying? And so then that's like 8. So now he might be hot. So now I got to get a couple offensive rebounds, boom,
Hmm.
boom. Fast break points. So it's like you can still get your way, but how does that? You got to learn how to do it into the team so it doesn't seem so bad. But then also, like if you're wide open, go ahead and shoot it. Or if you feel like you hot or you feel like you got to have confidence in yourself to be able to do it. And luckily, hopefully, your teams is on you. You know,
Yeah.
they're with you. Like, okay, we trust you enough to do that.
That's what's up. That's what's up. And being a leader is one of the, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's something that
I
helps.
I
It
feel like
helps.
being a part of any team or playing any type of sport, it helps you build those characteristics and being a great leader, or you know what I'm saying.
hmm
Being able to put certain things in a different understanding it and being able to be a great leader. You've been through a lot. Um, how do you continue to stay motivated when faced with adversity?
Uh, really, just I pray a lot. God is really my my main motivator. You know, he helped me through a lot. So I always ask him for strength, physically, mentally, and emotionally, for whatever my day may consist of. My family, love my family, and my boys. You know, and I do it for the people who can't,
Right.
who wish they was in my shoes. You know, so I that helps me and that keeps me motivated. But my fallen angels is definitely what keeps me motivated every day, because I know it's crazy. I just told my boy this yesterday. I said it helps me because I know that I'm not playing for myself. I don't play basketball for myself because, like I said, the reason why I picked it up is because I love the game of basketball. That's the joy in it, But now I'm at a point where it's like, look, I'm not just playing for myself. I got all my people behind me, so it helps me get through it.
That's good. Very, very good. Keeping God first in all things that you do. You know what I'm saying? Everything else will fall into place. Even if you go through, tough times or, just life. And it's all a part of the process. You know what I'm saying? To help you learn, to help you grow, to help you become better. And just us here having this conversation, like just listening to everything that you're saying is like, yeah, like everything that he's saying is, like so true and so right. And hearing you talk about like just the mental aspect of it. Excuse me, a lot of times people, they go through so much stuff and mentally their mental health is just not where it needs to be. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They quick to crash out or quick to take the easy way out. And, like I said, with everything that you've been through, you've been able to face so many different things, you know what I'm saying, head on. You know what I'm saying? And I think that shows what type of person you are, your character, and you know what I'm saying, just how you continue to grow. Like throughout this entire process of your career, your basketball career, not once have you given up. You know what I'm saying? You talked about how hard it's been. You talked about, all the different things that you've been through and having to adjust to certain things, but not once have you given up. So I commend you on that, man. You feel what I'm saying? Because it ain't easy. You feel what I'm saying? So many things can happen and come up, and you just like, man, what am I really doing it for? You know what I'm saying? Or should I even continue to, keep doing it or whatever? So I commend you for that, man. Like I said, you've had a lot of success throughout your high school career, college career, and now on to your professional career. So, hey, man, I get excited.
Yeah, it comes with it. It really comes with it. It really comes with it. Definitely be a lot. I tell people like life is gonna always do something. I listen to Nipsey Hussle a lot. He talks about that marathon, and it really is.
It's a race.
Life is a marathon. And what's crazy is that I never ran track, never knew anything about really kind of how track went, but it's like people be like, yeah, he beat me this race. He may beat me in the 100, but I got better times overall, so I'm going to state. He's not. So it's like that makes sense. You're gonna lose some battles. You're gonna lose some fights. But overall you're gonna win the main thing. So that's how I look at it. I took a lot of losses. And I'm still trying to fight and figure out what works for me to be able to win the marathon. So that's pretty much what it is. I try not to find no crutches, even though basketball is my crutch. Believe it or not, it's my crutch because it's my escape from everything. Right. So I try to use that for the good.
Who would you say has been your biggest inspiration, personally, as well as like from the basketball world? We'll start off with personally first, though.
Personally, inspiration. Nobody. Nobody really inspired me too much. Because like I said, I never knew anything. I wasn't the smartest kid. My childhood was good. It wasn't super terrible, but I've had things that happen in life that people would be like, "Oh man, you should have did this or should have did that." So I can't say like I just looked at this person and this person like I've always been the like go with the flow type of guy. Like I lost my mom at 7 years old. My dad died when I was 10 months years old. So I always been kind of like a lone wolf. I just had to figure out what works for me, and some things you have to lose in order to win. So and you're not gonna, old folks always say, you ain't gonna know until you touch the stove. So they can tell you it's hot, tell you this, but you're not gonna know until you touch the stove. So that's pretty much basically how my life went. You know, I didn't know about college, didn't know how that worked, lost my scholarship. You know, didn't know what was the next step, took the next step. You know, even with professionally, didn't know I was gonna play professional. People used to ask me all the time, and I just be like, "That's God's willing," you know. So, and then even with the professional side of basketball, it's just like you had to take your bumps and bruises with that also. So then you learn from it, so you don't make the same mistake. That's pretty much it. So I can't say people don't inspire me, but it's like I can't really pinpoint, you know,
Right. Gotcha.
who really inspired, because even in my family, you know, I'm the first person to do this.
Right.
You know, even in my little bit of, you know, correctional, I don't think anyone else played
nobody. I ain't heard nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So it was like I'm just out here learning as I'm trying to teach it, you know.
And they say experience is the best teacher. You know what I'm saying?
And that's how I am. Yeah. I'm an experienced teacher. I'd rather have someone who's experienced than someone that just knows something from a book. Right. And I think that goes for us even when I'm subbing. I tell the students, like, look, I don't know this. But maybe your classmate may know this. I think you might want to talk to this. Now, I don't like to speak on, even when I'm talking to like friends or whatever. I tell them like my opinion. If I haven't experienced it, I'll keep my opinion to myself unless you want me to just tell you my opinion. But if I haven't experienced, I can't really tell you. Right. Can't really tell you. So.
Hey, at least you keep it 100, man. Yeah, and that's all you can do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Is keep it 100, and you know.
That's my 3 things. I try to be the most understanding person I could be, the realest person I could be, and when I make decisions, be confident in them, so I don't have no regrets.
Yes, confidence is key. See, confidence is key. So as far as from like the basketball world, like, is there anybody, like any favorite player or anyone that you know what I'm saying?
My growing up, my first favorite player was Vince Carter. He was my first from a long time, you know. And then I was a fan of you know, D Rose, Dwight Howard, stuff like that. But then Paul George took it when Paul George came to the league. He been my favorite player since. Gotcha. And you know, so it's PG, Giannis, and then I don't know, probably like AD. But it's a lot of like under the radar people that I like, you know, that just because of I see a lot of similarities in the game. So,
all right, now this is a real question. Who do you feel is the greatest player of all time?
In your opinion,
who do you feel is the greatest player of all time?
It's a given. It's Jordan. Like, it's Jordan. Look, LeBron by far is the greatest, you know, in his time being. Yeah. But it's Jordan. Jordan changed the game. You know, his I'm not saying LeBron did, don't get me wrong. He definitely did his thing, but it's Jordan. Until LeBron get those 6 rings, he ain't all them, because I tell people like Jordan played 13 years, something like that. He didn't play as long as LeBron. If Jordan was still serious about it, how LeBron was.
Yeah, he probably
he would have had more. He would have had more chips. Like he definitely would have had more. And instead of 6, they would have about 8. You know, kind of about 8. But you know, I definitely I'm sticking with Jordan.
I'm sticking with Jordan. Okay. So besides basketball, what are some other hobbies and things that you do? I know that you're a leader in your community. You know, you know, help with different events, giving back to the kids, doing alumni games. What's some other things besides that you do, or what's some other?
Really, I am a homebody. I like to. I chill a lot, like, cause during the season and stuff, I'm on my feet. You know, I'm on my feet a lot of running and jumping. So like, a lot of times I'm just chilling, listening to music. I like movies and shows, so I may watch a few of those. I play my game. You know, I'm hanging out with my boys or something like that. So I really just be chilling. You know, as far as like with the community and stuff like that, I try to do the things that I can. I can't be everywhere, but like I got, you know, some family that got little businesses, or if they having some type of event, try to help show my face. to be able to realize, like I said, get into that leader role and impacting the youth. So that kind of like helps me. So a lot of times they like just show your face,
Right.
you know, because you're an attraction now, you know. So people gonna want to talk to you and stuff like that. You're gonna attract kids, adults. You know, they're gonna be inspired by you. So I try to do that as much as I can, you know, and just all of that. Still learn how to be a man, you know. So they help out if it's moving something, you know, or you know, my granny need me to do something at her property or something like that while she's gone. So it's all different aspects of it, but most of the time I'm really just I try to chill. I try to chill, man.
I feel you.
Chill and ball. Gotta play that ball now.
I commend you, you know what I'm saying, on everything that you do, you know what I'm saying, as far as community, being a mentor, a leader for others, substituting at the schools, you know what I'm saying? That's, I don't know if you realize how much of an impact it is, but to me, you like a neighborhood hero. You feel what I'm saying? Because, like you said, where you from down in Gresham, you don't, it ain't nobody else. I ain't heard of nobody else doing what you doing. You feel what I'm saying? So, like you said, you are an attraction. More people are going to come to you or see you and, you know, want to ask you questions or, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I want to do what you do one day. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you never really know who you inspire. You know, you just got to keep being you, keep being great.
It's a constant battle. It's a constant battle because I don't ever want people to think that I'm better than them. Right. You know, I don't want people to think that I'm because I'm not. You know, I'm not. I'm just like you. I just happen to be a little taller and I play basketball. But no matter what you're doing in life, you're gonna have to work for it.
Exactly.
You know, so and trials and tribulations gonna come. Like, you know, that's you can't get away from it. No matter if you rich, you poor, you know, you're gonna experience something that another person may experience or they might not experience. But your own thing is what it is. But I'm starting to see it more, and I got to get more comfortable with it. You know, so I try to do a little bit more and be that person. Stop trying to be cool. Sometimes I gotta realize like I done hit bump status, so it's like now I gotta.
Well, not yet. You know, still in your 20s. You know what I'm saying?
So. The students tell me that they relate to me more because I'm younger.
Yeah.
But it's like, you know, and a lot of young leaders and teachers they say the same thing. It's that line of guiding and also being able to be like more assertive. Right. You know, they relate to us more because we can relate to them. So they're going to tell us more than the other teachers. But it's like, all right, we still got to let you know, like, this ain't that. But you got to be able to let them know. Right. But you still can tell them, like, I appreciate you for sharing that information. Right, in a respectful way. In a respectful way. Yeah. So it's something. So I'm getting there. I'm getting to that point where I'm understanding now. So
to any young people, the youth, or anybody just watching in general, tuning into this episode of the podcast, what are some tips or ways or some tips and things that you can give them to help them stay encouraged and to help them, you know, stay on the right track of being successful?
Yeah, find what works for you. What works for me may not work for you. Don't be afraid to take risks. But also learn. You know, you're gonna know what's right and what's wrong. So don't try to do nothing crazy. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear nobody. I'm good at doing this and no, that's not good. But just be yourself. You know, this day and age, I learned that you do better when you be yourself than when you're trying to put on some type of persona or not be yourself. So, you know, definitely you want to do that. Pray, you know, ask the Lord for strength. No matter what your struggles is, no matter what it is, you can get through it. You know, and it's going to be harder. Your story is your story. Don't let nobody tell you how to tell your story. Like I said, I lost a lot. Dad, mom, my best friend, my oldest brother, you know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry to hear that. My condolences.
It's all good. It's like, so you can you can surpass it, whether it's divorce, separation, or maybe you rich, but you have a lot of mental issues. You know, you might be getting bullied or something like I don't know what it is, but you can get past it. Don't let that define you. Don't let your past define you. Don't let your struggles define you. Use that as motivation and strength to be able to surpass it. So then on the top, when you get up to the point where you like, I really was tripping about this.
Right. I don't know if it came
in
there.
This ain't nothing. You know, I'm this now, you know, so that's the main thing. Just work hard no matter what it is. Learn. Get with them old folks.
Hey, look, ain't nothing wrong with hanging with the old folks. You know what I'm saying? That's where you get all your wisdom from. You feel me?
Get with the old folks.
They ain't gonna tell you no lies. They gonna tell you the truth. They gonna tell you what they did back in the day. They gonna tell you what to do to, you know what I'm saying? Get out of the situation or make a situation better. They ain't gonna tell you no lies.
I learned that a lot of older, they say it in different ways, so you're not gonna understand it till you get older. But a lot of them, they may not be up to technology or up to date with things, but the mental aspect, that's really what it is. Because really, when you become an adult or when you get older, everything is mental.
Right.
Everything is mental.
Everything.
Physically, everything is normal. You can do this, but it's like now it's just a mental battle for the rest of your life.
Right. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right. All right. Well, we got a quick five, which is quick 5 questions that I'm gonna ask you.
Okay.
I don't want this to be too long winded. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But
That's cool.
have you ever played against anyone who is currently in the NBA or any former NBA players?
Yes, I played against Jalen Smith. Okay. I think he plays for the. He was with Indiana. He had the goggles. I don't know if he's still with Indiana, but he had the goggles. Okay. I played him at Marion. Also, his teammate was Aaron Wiggins, who plays for the Thunder. Okay. Terrence Davis, who went to Ole Miss. Okay. He played with the Raptors and the Kings. Trying to think. Dennis Smith Jr. Okay. Played him in like high school. He almost. I made a business decision that day. I looked at him go up. I said, "Yeah, he got that." I'm trying to think. There might be Hashim Thabit. Hashim Thabit. Yeah, that's a little old school right there. Yeah. He was in Taiwan. Okay. But he played with the Thunder. With the Thunder. Hashim Thabit. Shout out to all these people, by the way. Yeah. Trying to think. I've seen some heads. That might be it. And Hashim to be 7'5". So you think I'm tall? I think he about 7'5". Man. That's up there. That's up there. He blocked my leg. Oh, I ain't used to this. Man.
Number 2, what's the most points you've ever scored in a game?
Ever scored? I'm gonna go back to middle school. 27. I remember. Okay. 27. Okay. 27. Professionally, the highest is 23. Okay. College might have been 22. Might have been 22. Yeah. Okay. 22 and
still putting in that work though. Still putting in that work.
Oh, the stat line will be crazy now. Yeah. Middle school, I don't know, but I remember 27. College, I think I had like 22 and 17 one game. Okay. With 4 blocks. And then professional, I think it was like 23 and 11. Okay. So yeah, it'd be.
We're doing numbers.
Yeah.
Numbers. What's the hardest person you've had to guard?
The hardest person I had to guard?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, man. Because I'm like that on defense. I play defense. So, but I'm trying to think off the top of my head. I don't know. Off the top of my head, I can't. But I remember in high school, AAU, Nige Garvin. I remember Nige. He followed me on IG. First AAU game.
Yeah.
First time I played AAU, he was cooking. And he like 6'8",
yeah,
light skin.
yeah.
I'm like, all right, you know what I'm saying? I'm used to being the tallest person in the PD.
Right,
cool.
right.
All right, I'm about to see what it is. And at high school, I'm just skinny dude, just blocking shots, just, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Man, he got that ball in that post, spin, dunk. Oh, Lord. So we started like that, you know what I'm saying? Boom. Next time, jab, boom, to the middle. Like he was cooking, you know what I'm saying? And then as I got older, like, you know, college-wise, I can't say everyone is kind of tough because it was like system. Mm-hmm. A lot of college coaches system, so they really don't get to showcase what they can professionally. Right. There's a few that, you know, be able to get some. They get off sometimes, but, you know, I can't say it was just hard to guard. A lot of times it was strategic. I'm a strategic type of defender, so I'm gonna take the odds. Like, if you can't really shoot, I'm gonna let you shoot. You make a couple, I'm okay. But if you bigger than me and I know you're gonna just boom, 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 all right, let me just back up, let you shoot, or catch it out. You know what I'm saying? So I can't really say who just was hardest to guard, but so a few people been able to do their thing.
Who is your favorite teammate of all time and why?
Nah, see, you can't you can't put me on the spot like that. I can't say I have a favorite teammate of all because I get a good bond with a lot of my teammates. But really, every team I've been on, the bigs, since that's my category. The bigs is normally who click the most. Yeah. I think Bavard was Stevie. Stevie and Desmond was my guys. Stevie, definitely shout out to Steve. I think he had a baby. I think he definitely had a child, got married. I know he did them both. Okay. Spartanburg was definitely Taj. Taj was a fellow, another big. Shout out Taj. I think he's where he at? UK, Germany. He's in Germany. Shout out to him. But really, the whole team was my guys. But normally the bigs, Fayetteville, Big Baby. Big Baby was my dog. Big Baby and Giles, those was my dog. He was Big Baby. Big. Yeah, shout out to Big Baby out there. He in Texas now. Professionally, rookie year, Siler and D. Those are the only other Americans. So we hit it off. Yeah, we hit it off good. My boy Sai, he just retired. So shout out to Sai D. He retired a while back. Got it, became an agent. Czech, man, Czech was fun. Czech Republic was fun. We had Kenny, Craig, CV, Markel, Ian. So we had a little bit more Americans, but we all hit it off. Ken Dog was my guy from the Bahamas. Okay. CB straight out of New Orleans. Yeah, so we all hit it off good. Ian too. Kosovo, man, that was DeMonte. DeMonte was a trip, bro. He was the other big. He was 7'2". Mm-hmm. 7 feet, not 7'2", but we both were 7 foot. And he a trip. He hit me up talk almost like every other day. We still on IG. Okay. Boy Notch, boy Ant was crazy in Kosovo. Ant went to the same JUCO as me, but I came the year after he left. Okay. So then we ended up playing together in Kosovo. Ant, okay. My boy, I call him JJ. And Jordan, we had 2 Jordans. Okay. So we all hit it off. When I went down to Tunisia, AJ and Nadeem, they was the guys. After that, Syria, I think I was the only American for a little bit. But we had another uncle, I used to call him Ken Brown. He was from Missouri. The list be going on. Taiwan, I rock with him. Don't get me wrong. It was good teammates. I'm not gonna say I had a problem. Like Nick, I think his name Nick King. Okay. He was like that. Now, he was cold, and he was a dude that I looked at like, oh yeah, he really get to it, you know. And he was a leader because he was already there and stuff. Rock with him. Didn't get to probably chat with him as much as I could, but definitely rock with him. Newfoundland. Lot, man. Rob, shout out to Rob, Sean, everybody on that team we was cool. You know, we butted heads, but
At the end of the day, y'all still
we
locked
was
in.
still
Yeah.
cool. So it
Okay.
was definitely it's hard. I can't say my favorite teammate, but the one I probably say talk to the most. The one I talk to the most is probably DeMonte.
Okay.
Probably DeMonte, just because if he ain't if he ain't hitting the group chat on IG, he'll send me a snap. Or we get on Fortnite.
Okay.
So yeah, it's like we gotta talk. So it's like okay, yeah, probably DeMonte is the one I probably talk to the most.
Now I heard you say a lot of different places. How many places have you played overseas in total? Can you name all of those?
Yeah, France.
France.
Okay, so let me clear this up.
Okay.
France never official game, but I was there.
Okay.
Same thing with Taiwan.
Okay.
Because it had some complications. France got cut.
Okay.
Taiwan had some paperwork issues from Syria. So France, I'm gonna go countries first. France, Romania, Czech Republic, Kosovo for the first half. Second half, Tunisia. Okay. In North America.
Okay.
I mean, not North America, North Africa. And then next year was Syria, Taiwan, Canada, Newfoundland.
Okay.
So yeah, Newfoundland. So it's 8.
Okay.
Oh, dang, I forgot DR. I went to the DR.
Okay. So 9.
Over the summer. I went to the DR over the summer. I forgot about that. So it's 9. My teammates out there, yeah, my boys, yeah, I forgot Calico. Shout out to all my Dominican guys out there, you know. My boy MP, we ended up having the same birthday. He just posted his girl is pregnant.
Your birthday is July 29th.
July 29th. So we had the same birthday and year.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so
that's what's up.
And he just had his wedding a couple months ago. I seen his IG post the other day that they about to have it expecting. Okay. So shout out to MP.
Congratulations.
Yeah, my boy Matt. Matt was half Dominican, half American. Brian, and the other Zach. Zach was the other American too. Zach. So yeah. So it's 9, and then officially played. It'll be 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up. And each time you've enjoyed the process.
Enjoyed it, man. Even though if it was rough, some places are better on the court than off the court. Some places are better off the court than on the court. So, but I enjoyed it. You know, like I said, life happens. Some things go on. You're gonna go through every emotion with it. So.
And congratulations. You just signed again recently with Windsor Express, right?
Yeah, Windsor
congratulations,
Express.
Man. Congratulations.
So back to Canada this season. Just a different part. We played Newfoundland last year, so we played Windsor. So played against them now. I'll be a part of their organization. So excited to see that. Right above Detroit.
Okay. So. Okay. And when you go for seasons, how long does the season typically last?
It's all different times. Okay. The longest I've been going was August to May. Okay. So like Europe is normally longer. This Canadian league, the BSL, is kind of like along the timeline of the G League. Okay. So it'll be like 5 months, a 5 months. So, but normally, like if we go to Europe and stuff like that, it's normally from like September to like May. It's depending on playoffs. You can come on probably June. You know. Okay.
That's what's up, man. Congratulations on this upcoming season that you got. Is there any goals for this upcoming season that you have?
I'm trying to get a chip. I try to get a chip, man. Came close in college. Last year we made it to the playoffs. We just couldn't finish it out. And then I got made an all-star team, so I want to redo that.
Okay, congratulations on that.
And I came in. I was runner-up for Defensive Player of the Year, but I made the all.
That defense go crazy,
yeah, huh? I made all defensive team. Though,
that defense go crazy.
Yeah, made all defensive team. So I want to keep doing that, build on that. Trying to get that Defensive Player of the Year for sure, and just build on it. You know, build. I think I averaged like 12 and 7 and 2 last year, so I want to get that up to about 15. Let me get 15 and 10. I can keep the 2 blocks, but maybe 3. Just trying to build on that, so that's gonna help me.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I'm so proud of you, man. Keep doing what you're doing. Being a leader. mentor, a substitute. You know what I'm saying? Like just putting on for the community, being a neighborhood hero. You know what I'm saying? Having just being yourself and telling your story, being an inspiration to others, to not just the youth, not just basketball players, but everybody. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing what you're doing, man. I'm super proud of you. I'm always supporting. You know what I'm saying, from SC, and I'm happy to have had you to come on this podcast, man, to be a part of this episode.
I'm glad to be here, man.
Thank you so much for your time. You know what I'm saying? Say it again.
I said it's the first for everything. So,
So I'm glad you were able to stop by and kick it with us. Thanks to everyone watching. Please make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel at Vonni VTV for this episode. You can also follow us on Instagram at Vonni V's Boss Talk. Oh my God, my stomach is going crazy. Follow us on Instagram at Vonni V's Boss Talk, and you can also check us out on Spotify podcasts. We're also on there as well at Vonni V's Boss Talk. And again, Will, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for your time. Thank you for this wonderful interview. Just keep being great. Keep doing what you're doing. I greatly appreciate you. I greatly appreciate you.
Got to.
All right. What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Vonni V, and welcome back to Vonni V's Boss Talk. If you haven't already, please make sure you follow us on all social media platforms. Bro, come on now. I can't. All right. That's what episode. Yo, that was a good episode. Thank you. That was great. That was great.